some rares.
That's freaking terrible.
But we'll work hard to solve the format.
7 wins.
And I'm sure we'll make it there.
All right, what's up, my friends? Welcome to Bronze To Mythic. Check out our account from Bronze To Mythic, episode 21, Blackjack. Draft 21. Folks, last deck was awesome. You missed episode 20, you must go watch it. Phenomenally awesome deck. Check it out on the YouTubes. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the buttons to do all the things. So we're getting into the end game now, right, folks? Diamond tier 3, closing in on Diamond tier 2, trying to make sure we hit that under. All right, 26.5 is the line. The highest the line has ever been, which is honestly kind of embarrassing, but whatever. All right, so let's just do it. Let's get in with draft, win some matches, and open an Ugin, please. Told chat to chant Ugin or they get banned, and chat screwed it up. Some good rares, actually, but no Ugin. We want Ugin. We want Ugin. Chat, get out of here, chat. I'm done with you for now. All right, we did open some good rares, though. We opened up a Surok Elusive Hunter, which is phenomenal, obviously. And then an Ashiki Dragonclaw, which is also really, really good. I think that we're taking the monocolored card here, though. It's just like, you know, just super, super easier to do. Leaves us super open for almost anything. Whereas Dragonclaw is very, very, very tight. We see a Formation Breaker here. Foundation Breaker, which is my table, honestly. I actually like the counter deck a lot. Dragonstorm, Brushmaster, Caustic Exhale. A lot of good, like, multicolor kind of things happening here. Like 5-color dragons kind of cards. So I think taking Surok with the plan of being like a 2-color green deck is reasonable. Obviously, that's our plan. We will be malleable on that plan in our first few picks. But yeah, sure. Take Surok. We get past the Flamehold Grappler. My card is great. That does not jive with our first pick, unfortunately. It's also an Armament Dragon, which is very, very good, but like Abzan. Storm Plan, Detainment. And not much else, actually. I do like the counter deck, like green-black, and then Splashing Dragon, that deck is not crazy. Abzan's also by far the worst color pair, and it is like, you know, you do see a lot of good Abzan cards go late because that is just not a good color pair. I think we're taking the Dragon here. I could see taking Detainment. It's just like a more flexible pick, and it's still very, very good. And I can honestly see like a green-white counters deck working as well. But yeah, we're just going to take the Dragon here. And we are passing some pretty good white too, but that's fine. Maybe we'll splash white, so.
Hello, darkness, my
All right, well, we are passing a pretty good Jeskai deck, that's for sure. And now the problem is we have like just a green card and Abzan card. It's really, really difficult to take Narset here. Narset also like, it's good, but it's not great, you know. Other options, Coordinated Maneuver, Champion of Duzon. Riverrule Sweep's obviously also a Jeskai-esque card. So it's like, take the card that's like just super solid, we're going to play for sure in our green deck, or just take the Jeskai Waymaster and like try and spec on that. But like we just passed a good Jeskai rare also. I'm taking Champion. I've liked Champion a lot. I've liked the counters deck a lot. I'm not afraid to go places that people don't want to go. And we get paid off immediately with a little bit of an Endure card here. Not too shabby.
We've got Spirit to go around.
Vanguard is great. It's a great 5-drop. And Sultai Devoutee, a couple other cards. Yeah, this is fine. Breezy pick. Leiron, first time chat. What's up, my friend? Welcome. Says, hi there. Is the dog real?
Yeah.
Karn. Are you real or fake? More on that later. Trade Route Envoy is the card we're looking for our current AI. I think he'd be smarter if he was AI, so probably not. Bearer of Glory and Bodyguard. Not seeing much black here. So we could see like, you know, it could be like green, white, splash, black, which would be an interesting possible avenue. That being said, Bearer of Glory is good. Bodyguard is fine. Envoy is like the card for the counters deck, so card's a hologram. Opulent Palace, and basically nothing.
Where are they?
Sure. No 2-drops. It's pick 5. We have plenty of time, you know? So, yeah, I'll take the Palace, but not a great pack for us. Pick 7, we again don't see very much. Okay, so now we're getting into not panic territory, but like, all right, let's try and figure out a path for us in this draft. We have 4 solid green cards that are all counter-based, a dragon and an opulent palace. Packs have not been very good. Agree. This is a pretty weak pack. Let's take the land. I don't really know if we want a blue land or not, but yeah, it's fine. Take the backwater. We see Abzan, Devotee, and Negotiations. I am a big Negotiations fan if you're like the super tight black-green counter deck with a bunch of 2-drops. We currently have 0 2-drops, and our deck is not super tight. So I think that means we are not quite there yet. So Devotee is fine. I think this card's pretty good. Good fixer. It's fine. Just creature. There's a dragon also, but this card's like whatever. It's like Devotee. We see that the Sarkhan's Resolve tables, as does the Brushmaster and the Scoured Barons. Resolve is pretty awesome in this deck, but Barons might be better as far as just taking out our White Splash. Resolve could, in theory, cut green. So, yeah, sure. Let's take the Resolve. Reclamation, worthy cost and nothing. Pretty bad pack.
Still a piece of garbage.
Okay, his packs have not looked super good for us. This is one of the the annoying parts of doing a league draft on Arena is that like our pool of cards seems generally weak. So we play out of pod, we're gonna get ranched, but all right, that was not a great pack for us. Pack 2 sees us get another green rare. Sure.
Hey, look, a dragon.
All right, blue. This card's great. Not really super like synergistic with what we're doing here, but like the card's just awesome. So, card's great. We have Assistant, a Dragon's Prey, a Negotiations, an Evolving Wilds. Not a great pack overall. I could see a black card tabling for sure, but the pack's kind of meh. But pretty easy dragon, I think. So sure.
Hey, look, a dragon.
And this is a card you like probably shouldn't ever play, I feel like. Well, there's an Abzan card. Also another Grappler. Great. So you pass the Grappler, get past the back a Grappler. But Belthar it's not bad, you know, if we're going to go down that Abzan route, which I don't really want to. But at this point, we're kind of priced in. Toon Hunter is, you know, we're planning on casting dragons. If we can cast Belthar, it is good. So, all right, sure. We're going down the Abzan path, folks. We open up Armament Dragon number 2 and Sandstep Citadel and Last-Blood Prowler. Woo! All right. And Knockout Maneuver, too. This is a pack. Caustic Exhale. Damn. It's probably Dragon. Like, the Dragon is like, you cast turn 5 Dragon. It is pretty freaking insane. Citadel's appealing. You probably get something back out of this pack. The Prowler's pretty good too, honestly. Damn, man. All right. Abzan Dragons, come on down. All right, we see a Sniper and a Blossoming Sands. Sniper's just too good to pass, I think. We had the lands, but... Core 1, what's up? Reset, thanks so much. All right. And Alchemist Assistant, Attuned Hunter, another Envoy, or a Jungle Hollow. Splash lands that are not the main, one of the splash colors are a little sketchy. Why is Abzan so bad? Its common is really bad. It's like kind of just stuck in the middle. It's not amazing. It's like fine. Yeah, it's a fine card. Oh, it's a Snakeskin Veil too? Man, just take this whole pack, right? We're pretty desperate for 2-drops, honestly. Let's take the 2-drop. Another Vanguard. That being said, we now have 2 5-drops already. There's some fear here of being flooded on 5-drops. It's a really good one, though. I don't mind taking it. I think it's fun.
That one endures.
Caustic Exile is actually really good in our deck. Usually this card is not good in these green decks. You don't have any dragons. We have 3 right now, so that's pretty sweet. Take the Exile. We've got Fellothar and 2 dragons so far, and actual 0 fixing for white, except for this Sentinel, I suppose. We got a Leopard or an Evolving Wild. I'm sorry, we have a Devotee. And here's a second Devotee, actually, which is not bad. So, playable-wise, 2-drop. I think it's the land, but could be wrong. Negotiations Tables. This is the card we'll play if we get like 7 or 8 2-drops. It's good. It's good in that spot. Pretty bad otherwise. So far, just kind of like a dumb beatdown deck. We need some fixing. I mean, I don't want to play Blood Flies. We can play it if we need to. If you are desperate for 2s, it is a playable 2-drop in that, I really prefer not to play 2, but we don't really have that much counter stuff going on yet, so we don't. The problem with this archetype is that, like, there aren't enough cards that just naturally have counters. You have to, like, have this thing has to die, then you have to renew, so it's hard to play some of these, hard to play some of these counter-based cards on curve, have them actually work. Fellothar. This card's also pretty iffy too, because like it just don't think sacrifice. Okay.
Hey, look, a dragon.
Alright. I mean, this card's not like insane anyway. And knockout maneuver's phenomenal in this deck, so this is fine. Just gonna pass the dragon. We do have 2 blue lands already. We also have 3 5-drops too. Knockout maneuver's really good. Like, all right.
Marvelous creatures, dragons, aren't they?
All right. Sultai Devotee, Abzan Monument, Purging Stormbrew is pretty good too. We're like an actual like Abzan dragon deck. This is really weird. Take the Globe. I mean, the power is there now. We do have a lot of good top end stuff. All right, sure. I can't take Globe or Stormbrew though. Stormbrew's freaking great. Like, I just want to run out that white though. Globe is good. It does add counters technically too, which is kind of funny. We have a lot of good 5s as well. All right, I think we're globing, folks. Take the Globe. Here's a Zurgo. We're going a little off the beaten path here, but sure. We have a double splash land in Tranquil Cove, which is not great. A Rainfall Rejuvenator, which is also not great for us. Pack's honestly kind of just bad in general. Roamer's Routine's like a proxy for the Globe. White Dragon's not a 2-drop, so we're barely playing any white sources, so extremely unlikely to get omen this thing.
They're a bad omen. We're cursed.
Yeah, I don't hate this pivot, honestly. Take the routine. I should take the land there, actually. Sandstep Citadel, Exhale, Detainment, Backwater. We're like pretty good on playables, so I guess we're not playing this card now though. So Exhale is pretty good, and we are definitely light on removal. I want the Citadel really badly though. I'm sticking with Citadel. We're good on playables. We'll figure it out. Whale of War and no playables.
Somebody's playing a prank on me.
Village is obviously fine, but Merchant 20 back. Yeah, this is pretty bad. Sure, it's pretty low opportunity cost. Salt Road Pack Beast, not really us. Appraiser, not really us. Maneuvers, honestly, not great for us either. We are very light on 2. I guess Sentinel's back into our deck, right? For sure. Sibdig Appraiser? I mean, I guess? Like, Pretty sure it's the only good card in the back. Bone Garen Butcher, Wayfinder's great. Slam Wayfinder. Vanguard is just not really where we're at anymore. We just don't need another 5-drop. We currently have 4 good 5-drops. Dispelling Exhale is pretty hard to cast. We could end up like splashing, being a little more blue, like being Sultai based kind of. And play Exhale, I guess. Alright, this pack is blank, sure. Just cut the Felithar, that card sucks anyway. Okay. A little bit of work to do here, for sure. What's going on here? What's happening? Like, pretty insane red cards, but sure. We're splashing white for sure. We're just like not playing that many white cards. All right, that went off the rails a little bit near the end. We didn't really see anything like the counter cards, but I think our deck is like fine. Like, we've got, yeah, what the hell? We stuck? Weird. Okay, so 23 cards here. We have not great fixing, but playing Sentinel, playing Globe, it helps. We're mostly just Golgari splashing white and blue. There really aren't many other cards we can play besides these cards. And our early game is not great, but our top end's pretty good. A lot of big dragons. Yeah, this is fine. All right, sure. I think it's just our deck. We'll play 17 lands because we're like just obviously super high up the curve. And yeah, all right. So weird Abzan Dragon Pivot, folks. What do you think? Prediction. I got lands. Hold on. I got lands. Hold on. It's the weekend, folks. All right, I'm not usually a weekend kind of guy. All right, streamer. So add all those first, and then we're gonna be adding what? So you need one of each basic for sure. So you have to get the basic land searchers, and then we're playing a lot of forests, a lot of swamps. 9-8-4-3. Pretty good mana base actually. 1, 2, 3 blue cards, 4 white cards. I don't really want to add another planes, but can I add a spell? Negotiations is not very good here. I mean, it's honestly not the worst. 1, 2, 3, 4 2-drops and a sniper, so 5 2-drops. We might actually need to play this card. It's not like, and I think that 16 lands is fine in this deck. We have a Sentinel. Our curve isn't that high and our mana's pretty good, so sure. We'll play negotiations. All right, so not ideal, but that's fine. So, all right, folks. Abzan freaking Dragons. What do you think? Oops. I miss, whatever. I screwed up. Try it again.
Yeah.
Abzan freaking Dragon. 7 wins, yay or nay? What do you think, folks? You two folks, take a second, pause the video, scroll the comments. Liking the video along the way. Let me know what you think. Are you a believer or a non-believer? Let's do this. All right, let's do this. Non-believers coming out at me. We are on the play with the double forest hand. We're going to mulligan here. Pretty awful. Mulligan into... Not a great hand either, honestly. We're going to keep it. Should dump the assistant. We have Wayfinder and Routine and Appraiser. So this hand's pretty good, actually, as far as like just finding our stuff. Here's a Wayfinder. We find 3 lands. Don't need second black, so Village can play here, I think. Routine for a blue, figure it out. And they play a Corroding Dragonstorm. Worst Dragonstorm by a country mile.
I got a dragon here and I'm not afraid to use it.
We draw Felithar. Pretty bad in our deck, honestly, but... Alright, whatever. Hit the Routine. Get an island. Attack for 1. So you go. Remember, folks, first thing tuning in, my name is Jim. I'm a pro Magic player, commentator, and full-time content creator. And your support makes what I do possible. Hit the follow button. If you're on YouTube, hit the like button, subscribe button. Leave a comment and leave a like on every video you can. It helps a ton. Helps the channel grow. If you like my show, want me to succeed, hit the buttons to do the things, all right? We see a flush out.
They're a bad omen. We're cursed.
And they discarded planes. We draw farce. So, flooding here a little bit on... this was 4-3, so we're one short of going Appraiser into routine. We can go Envoy into routine. We don't get to draw a card. I think it's still worth it, though. Just Envoy, get a counter, play a land, play routine, get a planes. Appraiser draws cards anyway. We have this this value land in play, and we can sack this Wayfarer to this Felithar. So you can just go like Appraiser, draw, Felithar, sack this. It's not bad. They are playing a lot of colors over there. This is a card that's kind of like just lost in the format. It just doesn't have good things to do. You know, like there isn't any sacrifice fodder for this card usually. So we're going to Appraiser. Make sure to tap the white. Good. Here's Appraiser. We see Dragon. We see a Surrak. Surrak's good. Just going to play old Felithar. Sack the Wayfarer. Pump the squad.
Good lord.
Pretty good attack, right? Then we have Surrak, and we have Sarkhan's Resolve as a pump spell. Or Dragon Killer. I get that, like, the sack fodder is supposed to be the Endure Spirits, but super anti-synergy, because typically you want to use your Endure cards to add counters for all your counter cards. So, like, are you a sack deck or a counter deck? Which one is it, you know? Thunder of Unity, draw 2, lose 2, sure. And Piercing Exile. Let me draw a Wiling Dawnbreaker. So we can't Surrak and Dawnbreaker. We can Surrak and just like resolve, push through, trading +3/+3 for the Pummeler, which is not great, but or we could play with Dragon and push through that way. Obviously, playing Surrak is very valuable because, like, it makes all their future rule spells terrible. Yeah, I don't like the idea of using this Sarkhan's Resolve to push through the Appraiser, so let's cast Dragon.
Hey, look, a dragon.
If they don't block here, we win. It's just pretty unlikely, but... it's possible. They might feel like they have a life gain coming next turn and they can stabilize. Listen, I'm not saying it's not possible, all right? It is a pretty crappy block. Oh!
Game.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I'll be here not all night, but for the rest of this draft for sure. Remember, folks, that win was brought to you by Ultimate Guard. You got Magic cards, folks. You got to protect them. You got to put them somewhere, right? And Ultimate Guard is the leading supplier of Magic the Gathering storage supplies, from their katana sleeves to deck boxes, the big archives. Phenomenal stuff from a phenomenal company. Do great stuff in the community, too. Always have awesome boots at Magic Cons. They run coverage for the European RCs. Phenomenal company. Check them out, ultimateguard.com, where fine Ultimate Guard products are sold near you. Karn agrees. Hands great, keep. We got a Signaling Roar into a champion. Kai, new sub, welcome. I guess we play Exhale. Mana, Siggo. Alright, so I guess we're just gonna curve out, so. Your turn. Bezo Bucks! Hell yeah, Bezo Bucks. Alright, so we're just gonna beat here. Are you gonna get exhaled? Waiting to exhale.
Behold, the most hideous creature
So
of all.
that's kind of a weird play, right? They just used a pretty premium removal spell on a crappy 2-drop. It's always important to ask yourself, why in the world did they just do that, right? So tells you their hand's probably slow and possibly loaded up on removal spells. Yeah, that makes sense. So, all right. I mean, this isn't awesome for us, but it's certainly fine. We draw Bloomvine Regent. Let's just get Second Forest here. I know we need blue. We can get it again later. So we have Exhale up also. Sick.
Ladies and gentlemen, behold your new god.
Sure.
Behold, the evil one approaches.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's do it. Double Dragon. They're going to be so huge. That 5th point toughness is very, very nice. So it doesn't die to the red Exhale. And then I would not block in the face of the white Exhale or other tricks. And then we have Armament Dragon to make them absolutely monstrous. They burn that entertainment pretty early, you know. And then we draw any untapped land. We can also routine and get our blue source too.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
That's what this guy's saying right here. Correct. Red Exhale cannot kill this. And they are in the tank. You'd love to see it, folks. Remember, folks, go follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on MySpace, Blue Sky, ChristianMingle.com, JDate, Twitter. Ah, yes. Nothing like a post-combat war effort. Sure. So, obviously, a very sketchy attack. They could have had the they could have the +3/+0. Could have an Exhale. Could have a lot of things. We are going to obviously fire up our big-time dragon, and
Hey, look, a dragon.
we're gonna go 1 and 2. I think. Make sure we have 2 6-toughness creatures. Make the sizing there, and then we're gonna cast this routine. And we're gonna get whatever, Forest. Thin that deck out. Attack for 5. Say go. Let's do this. Christian Mingle and J-Date? Listen, you gotta keep your options open, alright? Reigning Victor, come on down. Obviously, war effort's pretty scary, but we kill in 2 turns, so... Well, we could die next turn. Let's draw a spell. Not have to worry about it. Probably a dragon spell, but... What are the odds we die next turn? They have a guaranteed 4 attackers. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's 15 damage they pump with Bearer. But they pump Bearer, they can't do anything else, obviously. Whereas we have essentially guaranteed lethal if we attack. Are we a coward or a warrior, folks? Let me know in chat. Coward or warrior? They thought for a long time last turn, 2 turns ago also. And the problem is that, like, it's hard to say that we're not the aggro deck here, because they have presumably spells in hand and a pretty good board and a mana sink against our nothing. We should have 2 big idiots, and that is it. So I'm leaning towards attacking. Also, blocking can go wrong in a lot of ways. If we keep one back, are we actually blocking with it? Again, really, really important, folks, to think about not the turn you're playing, their turn, and then your next turn also. So we attack for 5. We say go. We're priced into blocking now, and now it's not a 2-turn clock anymore. So I'm pretty sure the players should Leroy, and if we die, we die. So they thought for a while about war effort. They could have Rebellious Strike, but they can't pump and strike. So let's do it. If they can 18 me in 1 turn, so be it. I agree. I think one of the cards in their hand is Rebellious Strike. But remember, the math I was counting was the 5 mana pump on Bearer of Glory for an extra 4 damage. So a strike's only 3 damage. So if they have a haster or 2 tricks, you might die. But that was a fast attack, so I'm a little worried here. But Jimmy Fear in chat.
Is there anybody in here?
What a sweat! We cast 3 spells this game, right? No, 4 spells this game. Well, I guess technically we played the this thing twice, but all right, go to 3, and
On the machine!
2-0. We cast 4 spells that game and still won. It's important that your spells are just, you know, good. That's a good place to be. Play good spells. All right, I'm not gonna put any undue pressure on us. This is a big match. This is the match for Diamond 2. And our hand, God, someone promised me there's a land on top of my deck. Obviously, Assistant into Negotiations is phenomenal. Obviously, this is a forest we can keep, I think. I think this is the forest we keep. But I think that without it being a forest, you know, we not only need to draw land, we're going to draw green. And, you know, we're looking at like 25, 30% or something like that. It is on the draw. So any land is good, right? So we have 42% to draw land. Also factoring in the Sentinel. So it's 42, 45%. That's it. So 45%, 45% 3 times, which we are a favorite, but obviously, you know, if we miss, we just straight lose, and if we hit, we still might not necessarily win. So like, there's your equity there. Told me my opponent's deck was really good. I would keep. I think our deck is kind of medium. I think our deck was bad, I would keep. Good, I wouldn't keep. But we're like right in the middle too. And then, I mean, they're low platinum. That doesn't tell us that much either, I don't think. What do you think, folks? Keep mulligan. I kind of want to keep. It's definitely a Seth Manfield keep kind of hand. I'm going to keep. I'm just feeling it. I don't know why. Counter says, Jim, a guy at my local shop told me I seem like a dick today. Like today or every day? I told him how gracious you and kind you are in person, that your pro magic face just always done you were looking. Took it to heart, said if you were kind, he took it all back. Hope you got another fan. Thanks, friend. Appreciate it. Well, we draw the literal worst card in the deck.
Somebody's playing a prank on
Sure.
me.
We have 2 more shots at it. 2 more shots. Again, it's any land is good. Yeah, leopard, sure. That's another miss. All right, well, that's 2. I would not fault anyone from mulligan his hand. This is a pro tour. I might have also mulliganed, but I was kind of just feeling the vibes. I don't know. All right, well, definitely unlikely to miss 3 turns in a row. I actually just drawing a land. It's like almost 3 flips in a row, not quite, but yeah, sure. Oh my god, they have turn 5 Dragonstorm. And they hit a Dispelling Exhale. All right. All right, listen. I think that one of the things is, I think keeping this hand was probably wrong. It is definitely right sometimes. However, you must be able to stomach the fact that, like, this is going to happen, you know, 20% of the time or whatever, and, like, that's just okay. It's what it is, you know? No attacks, discard exhale, say go. Very unlikely to miss 4 turns in a row. There was a Star City, I mean, they've also had an insane draw, too. That's the problem, is that like we might have just, even if we hit, might have lost anyway, you know? But this is getting silly now. I mean, we would have lost the game regardless, right? They had turn 4 Dragonstorm, turn 5 Guardian. Like, it's fine. Whatever. So, but yeah, there was a Star City Open once. I mulliganed to like 6 on the draw. Playing standard, Jeskai, like mid-range and like con standard. and I kept a 1-lander on the draw. It was definitely right to keep. I drew 6 non-lands in a row and never cast a spell, lost the finals. But wrote an article the next day about how it was 100% correct to keep that hand. You just need to understand that, like, that's the cost of doing business. Sometimes you're going to miss, you know? So, that being said, I think in a Pro Tour, I probably would have mulliganed this hand. I don't know, though, honestly, you know? Like, obviously, it looks stupid now. You should do four not only non-lands in a row, but, like, all heinously uncastable cards. But, like, you know, so it looks dumb. But if you just draw any land there, and they have, you know, one good card, they have any thoughts easily, like, we could win the game easily. So, it's fine. It is what it is. I took the risk. Didn't pay off. Happens. Not mad. All right, so chat ran the math. The odds of not drawing a land, so 1 out of 14 cards, from 5 draws in a 33-card deck is 95%. So that was a 5% chance to draw 5 non-lands in a row there. So, whatever. Son of a bitch, man. All right. So we're doing it again.
Harnessing the good energy, block out the bad. Harness, energy, block, bad.
This one's different where it's different 2 ways. One, more on the play. So we have 1 less draw, which is like a big deal. And then 2, we each need to draw any land, right? Any land in our entire hand's unlocked. So we're drawing to 42% lands, and we also have, now we have Wayfarer also, so we have Wayfarer, Sniper's a good draw also, and Sentinel. So add in the Wayfarer and that's 6%. So we're actually over 50% twice, which is not as good as what we were last game.
Just did a bad thing.
It's funny how I actually think the last hand was more of a keep than this is. Because that third draw is so important. Yeah, I think it's actually worse than the last hand. I'm gonna mulligan. Sure. It's pretty bad, but whatever. Alright, sure. We're gonna keep. We'll dump probably the Vanguard. We have plenty of 5 drops. This finds our white. It's pretty ugly, but Mulligan Unlimited does suck. Like, it is pretty bad. Right, so they fire up a Wilds. And we draw Plains. Fantastic. Trying to wear out the prank button, unfortunately.
Throw yourself in next time and rid us of your stupidity.
Alright. I mean, 2 castable spells. We have no top end here at all, and we're on the play. So we're just like down a card on the mulligan, down a card on the play. And none of our cards really do anything but 1 for 1. So it's not great. I kind of want that first hand back, but it's alright. Sure. Alright, well, we have properly drawn all of our colors. We're going to routine for a routine or exhale. I think if most of the reason they play, we can just kill with this exhale, so let's do this. And let's get any double colors here. We have a double green. Just green. Sure, get a forest. We have this village now too, which is kind of cool. So and then they make a 2/2.
It's a sign. It's an omen.
It's a coincidence, Dad.
So now the question is, do we want to get frisky here and like kill this? Nah, we should champion and then flash back the routine. It's fine. Trade's fine. No trade's also fine. Champion's pretty good. Leaving a counterspell is like getting appealing, but like I think we can wait 1 more turn on it. We can also put a spot where we leave a counterspell and village, so. Alright, so it's. What am I doing? Alright, so do this.
For the longest time.
A swamp, I suppose. And say go. Now all of our a lot of our big draws are unlocked. We have a mana sink. They have a Dragonstorm. Sure, it's actually pretty good for us. So like they're fiddling around with Dragonstorm. We're clearly behind on cards, but we have a beater in play, a counterspell in our hand. Have the village up. They discard a merchant. That card is Stains.
Still a piece
And
of
we draw a
garbage.
Vanguard. That's pretty good too. All right, sure. I'm not feeling bad about this one. Ship it.
We've got spirit to go around.
Make a deuce, Sigyo. We got 9 power in play. They're 14. If we get to unsap safely here, I'll feel pretty awesome about things. Best case scenario, they play a 4-3 or something like that for 4. I mean, I think we can kill and we get to untap with our counterspell, but sure, that's fine. Got our value, which is great. We draw a Devotee, which is fine also, so we can just like double. Let's do this and this. Is that a bad tap? That was not a bad tap. It's fine. Yeah, let's do this. And I have X anyway, so yeah, just attack for a bunch. And 28 to 8. Counterspell in hand, removal spell in hand, village in play, and they have not a lot of mana. That's fine. And Twin Brought Stormbrood.
Get off my plane.
That's it. We're in. No beholding. We're all in. You are dead.
Get off my plane.
Take 8. There we go. That's more like it. That's what we like to see. All right. Rally back. 1 went from Diamond 2. You're feeling good. Give me a hell yeah. Look at this mana base. Art. Thing of beauty. The only downside is you draw a freaking Sentinel, but sure. I might actually use it. Now you have 2 dragons. All right, so Sentinel for a. I don't even know. Play Devotee. Do you want to get into a Devotee battle? Sure. It really matters, honestly. Honestly, I think that playing this first delays our choice on Sentinel. If we draw land next turn, we won't get a land. What's up, Crowing Kid? Prime sub, appreciate it. Champion of Duzon. That's a lot of dragons. Alright. We are going to Sentinel for our planes. We have Dragon on 5, Dragon on 6, Dragon on 7, which is pretty damn good, obviously. The question is, do I want to attack or not? Because, like, they're not going to block. They'll attack. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this back. Just block with it. Play Sentinel. Gonna guarantee my 6 drop on time, I think. So, get a plane. Say go. So we got nothing next turn. We can recur this guy if it dies. Then we should have dragon, dragon, dragon.
Marvelous creatures, dragons, aren't they?
Oh, this card's broken. That's the problem. We, alright, we say go, I guess. Pretty unbeatable card. They have a board, and they do, because we drew all creatures in our removal spells. So, I'm gonna say go again. Oh my god. Sarkhan's Resolve. Okay, well, they're probably countering this. No? Okay. The mana base is something. I mean, if we just go dragon, dragon here, you know, like, this trampler is pretty annoying, but you're gonna walk it. We're getting walked. Like, we have better draws. We're just gonna ship it. What's up, Karn? What's the problem, man? What are they, boom boom or something? Karn's freaking out. Their attack here is not great. We still double block. What is the problem, man? Potty outside? Nope, there's boom boom. Just go to bed, man. Go to bed. All right. Well, the fact that they're never attacking, they actually have domain in play. The fact that they're never attacking is pretty cool for us. I think we're going to add 1 counter to Devotee, so we still have this double block. Also, so we're not all in on a dragon. We're going to say go. We still have this good block here. Please have a kill spell. Don't do it. Don't do it. For some reason, our opponent is allergic to attacking. Sure. Here's a dragon. I guess I should have actually waited. I don't think I'm putting a counter on the armament dragon. I'm gonna put 2 and 1 again to deter the attack. 6 toughness is the sweet spot against like all the exhales and stuff. So. No. Why did they do this on their turn? Like, would have a bigger Songcrafter mage. Well, that's that one's staying on top. So eventually they will attack and kill me. They've been trying really hard to make this attack look unappealing. You know, they probably should have attacked anyway. Oh my god. Unbeatable rare. Alright, sure. Maybe they just feel super comfortable and just never attack. They're actually just never attacking. So I think now we dump all the counters in the dragon and get in for 8. And then we have lethal next turn. Yeah. We need to punish them for them being so timid. We have block, take 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Take 16. Sure.
Good lord. Gigantism.
Carm, what's wrong, man? Body outside? Let's see fireworks that I can't hear. Freaking he hates fireworks so much. All of our neighbors are stupid asshole suburban Long Islanders. They all fire up fireworks all the time. Alright. So we're definitely blocking here and here. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is 16 damage. They need to find 4 more points of damage. Do I even block with this dragon and risk it dying to something? We have +3 in our hand. So 8, 9. It looks like 11. It's actually 12. Yeah, we can't block. So, all right. We're going to take it, I think. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16. Hold. Hold. Is there a reason to do this? Hold. Not there yet, actually. Hold. All right. That was not a game that we won, folks. That was a game our opponent lost. And again, not making fun of our opponent, you know, to make fun of them, but I want to point out their mistakes so you don't make the same mistakes. Folks, you can't just not attack, all right? This is not limited 40 years ago, you know? Like, all the cards were so good. Like, you can't just sit here and, like, think, well, I'll win eventually. I'll find good attacks. Like, the attacks they had were fine. I think I did a decent job of, like, making their attacks somewhat awkward. They should still just jam, you know? Like, I don't know how I won that game, but we did, which is awesome. So, all right, hand's great. First globe, sure. Yeah, it's a little slow. It's fine. Right, and they actually had the wombo combo of like they want to trade off the Doosan champion because then they put a trample counter on the death touch creature, which is so good. You know, it's like hard to beat, but whatever. So we'll get out planes here, I suppose. Uh-oh. Well, that's what we didn't want to see. Our opponent's playing an aggressive deck. I think it actually makes us more inclined to want to get an island. We have 2 cheap blue spells, only 1 cheap white spell. And the orbs are white for later, so let's get a blue. Sure. I mean, they have a fast Boros draw here, we're probably going to die. I guess we do have turn 4 Bloomvine Regent as a 5/6. Alright, thank God. Alright.
Make your choice. Endure the consequences.
Right, yeah, we're shouldn't go up the curve here, I guess. So, play Glow Up, say go. We have 5/6 Bloomvine, which is a phenomenal stat line. Take 3. And they have a bunch of shitters, sure. That sucks. Alright. Gain 3, say go. 5/6 is big enough where I'm, like, actually comfortable blocking some stuff. They play Omen.
It's a sign. It's an omen.
It's a coincidence, Dash.
Oh my god. There are so few cards in these colors that can actually kill a 5/6. It's like that or the O-ring. Now we're dead. That's pretty crappy. What are you gonna do though? Alright, sure. Yeah, whatever. Play Surox, they go. Super dead now. Like, curve out draw into actual way to kill my big thing is pretty hard to beat when our hand's kind of slow like this. I mean, they get an island. We do have a Sarkhan's Resolve, but unblockable on Descendant of Storms. Alright. Go to 11. No target for Resolve. Draw the land. So next turn is Champion and Belothar. Do we just like max out on the dragon and try and kill him in the air? We will have a 7 power. It's a 3 turn clock. Yeah, I actually like that. All in. Oops, no attacks. This is the Twitch all in moment.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not gonna do what everyone thinks I'm gonna do. Flip out, man.
Pretty gross. Well, their amp was pretty good. We draw land. I like our play. Obviously, it sucks. I think it was our best chance to win the game, though. Now we are running low on chances, as it were. What can we do? One warrior with a pointy stick and a... whatever the saying is, can still take the day, right? Alright, well, take some damage. And we have Champion and Sentinel. Alright, sure. Still fighting. No search, say go. We've already cast a lot of our good cards, right? We cast... I guess only two of our dragons, so... Make some burps. They have the rush. Oh, they don't. Never mind. Okay. We brick. Okay. This is not so good. 7 life? Basically can't win, but sure. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Add counters, attack for 10, it's terrible. 2 blockers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have to actually like attack, right? Alright. Stack the glove. Pump the squad. The longer the game goes, almost the worse it gets for us, so. We got a lot of trample. You know, like, alright, so we kill a bunch of crap. They go to 10. We have end step surveil. We're at 7. 2 blockers. That wasn't bad. Did that kill us? If they were to give unblockable in response, it would kill us. They didn't. Okay. Sure. They're at 10. We're like kind of in this game. Sort of. Not really, but we do have a surveil end step, so. And we also have a lot of trample power. If we just assume we draw any creature next turn, we just sack it immediately, and we have 11 power of trample attacking. Yeah. That's what's up. Plus play a little scared here. They punted big time. They should have just given us unblockable.
Could have picked a better spot.
Okay, this is also an interesting attack. Okay. Pump it to 4. Sure. I mean, we are definitely drawing live here, right? Oh, it's trample too? Oh, I was thinking it's trample. That sucks. So this is 2, 4, 6. You get a 1. All right, sure. What do you got, friend? Because we are drawing live right now. All right, here we go, folks. Surveil 2. Bottom those. There's no chance you want to upkeep Surveil, right? Because we're drawing to. It's mostly just Tevel and Armament Dragon. So, all right, here we go, folks. Not anymore. Graveyard Guard's doing. Oh, you know what? I might have bunted. I could have surveilled for the lifelink guy. Yeah. Yep. If I'm gonna surveil, because now the game's over, and if any 2-drop wins it, no, because they would go to 1. We would have 11 trample power, and they block 2 of it and go to 1. So we had no way to win the game aside from the dragons. But if we had a lifelink guy in our top 2, which hopefully we don't, because that'd be embarrassing. We didn't. Okay, sure. So that's fine.
Whoopsie.
So, okay. So, didn't get punished. And, I mean, their draw was pretty good that game. We were, like, almost in it. So, that's fine. No worries. Felthar hasn't been bad, honestly. It's not like a great card or anything like that, but, like, it's not a card I would take highly. No, whatever. It's not a card I would take highly, but, like, it's been fine in play, you know? So that's fine. Rank protection is awesome. Big hit there. Yeah, hand's good. Again, our envoys are not as good as I would like them to be. We definitely kind of failed at being the counter deck, but ended up with an okay deck anyway. Boros again. Not sure. They make the token. We draw a big freaking dragon. Sure. And they make a token not buff. Weird. Shock. What's up, Relaxing Sam? How's it going, folks? All right, well, we have this defensive Sarkis Resolve, which is not what I would like to do, but I'll do it if I have to. All right, they've got some payoff. I mean, we're talking about guys in play. This is a really common thing that happens from, I would say, players who are Mythic 90%. They draft well, they play well, but they're not thinking about the things that their opponent are going to do, right? They clearly have some huge payoff for having a lot of creatures in play, right? the question is, if they attack with this 1/1, am I ever blocking with the Devotee? Probably not. I mean, I guess without mana to recur or whatever. Same with last turn, right? So like, and the fact that they also kin guarded into a token. So you can usually kind of get a good vibe for like what's going on and what they're doing based on plays like this. So, because making a 2/1 and a 1/1 is like definitely a little odd with this guy. I should have to play him. You don't know what I'm playing. If you know I have a 2/1 in play, sure, but all right, take 2. They have the dude pack, not that pack beast, the other one. Sure, that's fine. All right, so they put pack beast. It's fine. Lord knows what ridiculous payoff they have next turn for huge things, but all right, we draw Envoy. I mean, I think our plan is to play Tevil next turn, so that's all we got. Should play a blocker and say go, and probably get obliterated this turn, but. If they had Duty Bound Death, they would 100% attack. Because they would just use such attack the mobilize token. It's important to not just, like, say cards that they can cast. I think it's really, really common for, like, again, mid-level players to be like, well, they can have this card. And, like, it's great they have the knowledge of the format to, like, know that's a good card. It's often played in Mardu decks or Boros decks. But, like, it's all about the...
Inconceivable!
Okay. Maybe they have nothing. It's all about the context goes through. What the hell is going on? That is insane. All right. Definitely not playing a dragon here. We're just gonna play champion and leave up our pump spell and just sit here and do nothing. So doing nothing sounds awesome. Wow. That is crazy. Having the pump spell is kind of nice. Seize opportunity. Sure. And they reveal Molten Exhale and Plains. That's pretty awesome for us. So now our resolve is super live. It sucks it was a 2-for-1 for them, but like, not that bad. I like that. Play Magic the Gathering like it's jazz. It's about the notes they don't play. That's big brain. All right, so save this thing. Our blocks are still pretty good. And again, we just want them to use their spells. We can cast our big dragon and win the game with that. So they just do nothing. I mean, if they had a removal spell that could have removed this Envoy, they definitely would have. So we're just windmill slamming the dragon here. Are there any attacks we're interested in making? Because once the dragon's in play, we do want to end the game. We have three pretty good blockers. I'm just jamming. Honestly, I almost don't hate getting it with the champion and the Envoy. Because they've shown that this thing can't really get... Like, they can't attack into a 5-4. They probably also can't attack into a 6-6. And then just, like, going wide and Leroying into this, it's a lifelinker. You just eat a 1-1. Instead, it negates their entire attack. So, this is, like, a little risky. But based on how they've played this game so far, I don't think it goes that wrong for us. So... And, like... We're just threatening lethal in like a turn or two, you know, which is really important. It's so important to pressure your opponents. Like, it's just so important, as you saw in the Sandstep Citadel game, or whatever that card is called. You know, the more you... Another opportunity. All right, they hit a island and a kin guard. Sure. If they had an O-ring, they would have used it on the Envoy to push through damage, right? Like, why wouldn't they have pushed through, you know? They have so much power in play, like... Doesn't really make sense, you know, so. That being said, I'm still clenching here, you know, we're not all the way there yet. Like, you know, it's still pretty scary.
Do a barrel roll.
Could have blue spells in hand, yeah. Island, their start was great, but Island opportunity looks, makes them look a little worse here.
Dragon, not lizard. I don't do that tongue thing.
I guess when is it not Revelation? So yeah, sure, whatever, I guess. That one wasn't part of my plan. I did not see that one coming, I guess. So Island, Jeskai Revelation, sure, whatever. We take a lot here. Just gonna block and trade. Pretty cool, I guess. The fact that they gained a life sucks also. Because again, our goal was to attack and kill them. And they just drew 2 new cards, right? Jeez. Let me draw Sentinel. That's actually not bad. So, opposite of Jam again, honestly. I'm here to win this game. If they untap and kill my dragon, we lose. We're gonna lose. If they have a way to kill a dragon, we're gonna lose anyway. So, Sentinel first. No. Other way. Oh, I lose 2 life. Oh, right. Yeah, you're right. I just didn't think about it. Hi, I'm Jim. Welcome to Bronze To Mythic. So, I forgot this card has text on it that makes you lose life. Clearly, we don't care about a land in play. We care about 2 life, so that was very, very bad. If that costs the game, I will hang my head in shame for 10 seconds. So yeah, forgot a text on it, my bad. They don't make drawbacks anymore, all right, folks?
You know, I just do things.
Who makes a drawback on a Magic card? What is it, 1999? Right? Like, oh my god.
Pointless nostalgia.
All right, well, we're dead. Would have lost anyway. Doesn't matter. So, best possible answer to this card in the entire format. Stun it 3 times, so I can't play spells. Man. You know what I think about this card? You know what I think about this card? You know what I think about... Whatever. Yeah, we get it. You cancel Revelation, drew 19 cards. We understand. Yeah, you did a great job. Congratulations. Well done. We understand. All right. Well, that blew, obviously. Their draw was pretty good. We did stabilize, but then they splashed Revelation in their board so I could beat us. So, whatever, I guess. No, I did not have fun. Thanks for asking. That was our 3rd loss. Aww. That stinks. Okay. Well... That's kind of a bummer, honestly, but whatever, I suppose. We have lost to that card probably a dozen times. We have not had it once. Not a single time. There's a lot of mythics we have not had in this set. That, Ugin, but whatever, I guess. All right, so 4 and 3. We lost some stinkers. Definitely our deck could have been better for sure. This was kind of like a weird off-ramp where we were trying to do the counters deck. It wasn't really there. And we kind of like off-ramped into like some weird, like we just happened to have these dragons and like we got open a Tevil and kind of like found a decent plan B, I think. I think our deck was okay. Not great, but okay. Certainly fine for, the swerve we took, if you will. But yeah, 4 and 3, some tough losses. What are you going to do? That's the deck. So episode 21's in the books. We're now Diamond 2, which is great. Very, very happy for that. You folks, love you. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.